But Iran has stepped up the rhetoric. In the middle of Palestine Square yesterday, they continue with this map that says, "You start it, we finish it." So they put out this map saying that you want to attack us, motherfuckers, we're going to finish it. And they show targets of where they will hit. They're going to strike 5 areas: Tel Aviv, Ben Gurion International Airport, the Ministry of Defense and IDF headquarters, Ramat Gan and Bnei Brak, whatever that, and Herzliya, which is specifically the intelligence bases in Gilead. And everybody knows they can hit it. So what they're doing is they're becoming like America. They're boasting a lot. Iran is saying, you want to start with us, we'll do this. But I promise you, Iran is scared. And they're doing this. But if a war starts, they will do that. So in other words, Iran is showing this to scare these people not to attack them. But I don't think this is an empty threat. They will strike all of those regions in Israel. What do you think, Kuna?
Okay, so basically, you're right about that. I mean, this rhetoric about you start, we finish. Yes, deep down they are scared. But if you box them to a corner, they will react. They are going to attack. And, they've taken a leaf off the U.S. Israel playbook of using psychological warfare with the banner that says that if you start, we finish. And if you look at it, they're trying to tell these people that don't use the talks, the nuclear-related talks in Oman as a smoke screen, and then attack us as a preemptive measure. If you do that,
whenever there's meetings, that's what they do.
That's what they do. So they're trying to remind them that if that's your strategy this time around, we will respond decisively. And I think they mean that, even though deep down they know that, they may be scared deep down, but I think they mean every word of it, because already with what Israel and US have done, they boxed them to a corner. And most of the people, the allies that US and Israel are relying on to be able to pull this off are, apathetic towards supporting the US. They are not down with this game anymore. So I think that is giving Iran some kind of encouragement that if push comes to shove, they will react. And it becomes a game of numbers if you look at it. Iran has a lot of cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, and drones. If they overwhelm them with a lot of this, barrage, it's going to be difficult for whatever missile defense system they have. One or two will slip through, and it's going to cost them a lot.
Oh, yeah, they're going to send thousands. What we were saying is that yesterday, Iran did a high-level rhetoric in the middle of Palestine Square. They put the sign, "If you start it, we finish it." Then they showed the marks: Tel Aviv, Ben Gurion Airport, IDF headquarters, intelligence bases in Gilad. So what I'm saying is that Iran really doesn't want to war. They're scared as hell. That's why they're showing you what they will do. They're not hiding it because they want to say, hopefully this should be enough to deter you guys to leave us alone. What do you think, Kool-Aid? Iran's not joking now. They're not joking.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just about the weapons. It's also about closing the Straits of Hormuz. If you see where Iran is placed on the map, if they close that, they can close world trade. I mean, they can shut it down. And that's a much more dangerous proposition, even than bombing Israel. They can affect everyone from Russia to China. School of thought that says Netanyahu doesn't want to go in and Trump wants to go in. So there's a lot of confusion around the politics of the intentions.
Here's what I think. I don't think Trump was to go in because he has midterm elections. Because the only way this war, if U.S. doesn't jump in, Israel is going to lose, and Iran is going to absolutely wipe Israel off the face of the earth just with their missiles. What I mean, they're going to put those guys. So that means that if a war goes and it goes to more than 12 days, Israel tapped out after 12 days, like a woman in a porn show who's tired. They tapped out. Now, it's going to require the U.S. jumping in. And for the U.S. to jump in is going to be suicide because it's going to cost too much money and American bases could get struck. And it's going to put. So I don't think Trump wants. I think what Trump wants to do is his usual escalate and de-escalate and go out. I think it's Israel who wants it. Netanyahu is asking U.S. to say that part of the agreements is that Iran gets rid of their ballistic missiles or makes their missiles so that they can't come within range of Israel. Afarabi, what would happen if as soon as Iran stops using their ballistic missiles or makes their ballistic missiles have a range which doesn't go to Israel? What would happen if they did that?
I feel a lot of those ballistic.
Oh, no, this is what would happen. You didn't jump in quick enough, Afarabi. They're basically asking Iran, we want to beat you, so get rid of your only weapon that you can use against us. Do you see what I'm saying?
Of course. But they have a lot of those ballistic missiles.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that Israel's trying to break this agreement by saying part of the agreement to take off sanctions and to not attack Iran is that Iran should basically get rid of their ballistic missiles. What I'm saying is that's like you and me saying, get rid of any self-defense you have or we'll go to war with you. if I get rid of all my self-defense, you will still go to war. You see what I'm saying, Kunle? What do you think? Yeah.
Yeah, Israel is trying to rush to gain. They've not been able to convince the Western people of what they want to do. So they need to, on the short term, try to achieve the strategic
Yeah, but
aims
what I'm
that
trying
they
to say is that for them to ask, what I'm trying to say is for them to ask Israel, to ask Iran, that part of the negotiations is to limit your ballistic missiles or to get rid of them. That would be the stupidest thing Iran would ever do, because that's their way of saying, make it so that it's easier for us to attack you and we will attack you. What I'm saying is that if Iran gets rid of its ballistic missiles, the U.S. is Israel's going to attack them, because that's Iran's only defense against Israel.
Of course.
Iran has been extremely vague in what they're prepared to concede and agree. All they said is, "Oh, we've heard what you've said." I don't think Iran have conceded anything in respect
No.
of.
Iran's not going to concede. Iran said that they're not going to get rid of their ballistic. The point I'm trying to make is that Israel is not really serious about a peace agreement, because if you were serious about a peace agreement, you wouldn't tell Iran to get rid of their ballistic missiles, because that's their only source of defense.
Yeah, it means those negotiations are just smoke screen. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying, Kool-Aid? So Iran has said they're not vague. If you attack us, even if it's a symbolic attack, we're going to send our missiles and bomb the hell out of Israel. And then Israel's like, well, for our agreements, you have to get rid of those missiles. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like going to war with another country and they tell you, we're going to attack you unless you get rid of all your weapons.
Then even with that, at the end of the day now, because of what happened when Israel and America attacked Iran during negotiations, and then in the minds of most people of the world, these nuclear programs, this America and Israel, they no longer have any validity if they want to say that they have anything in terms of
here's the world. Here's what I'm trying to say, Kool-Aid. Here's what I'm trying to say. We know that the U.S. wants Iran to cut its nuclear program, okay? Now, Iran says they don't want to get rid of their uranium. So that's not the issue. But what they're asking for even more, they're asking for Iran to get rid of its conventional missiles. And what I'm saying is that if Iran did that, Iran would be overtaken within a day if they got rid of their conventional missiles. Because they're conventional... Huh? So they're asking something from Iran that they know Iran won't give them.
Yeah,
there's no way Iran...
That's like telling disarm. No way that you're going to disarm in front of your enemy. It's a very stupid request.
It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
But the world knows that it's a very stupid request. It's absurd.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But we'll see how it develops.
They do not arm themselves.
Yeah, so I think what's going on is